Welcome back, everyone. Today we're revisiting Draconious along with Dedalus on their landmark Kerran build submission. I'm currently on a march for 1,000 subscribers, so if you're a landmark player, be sure you click on the link in the published section below for details on how you can win a landmark Halloween suit along with other prizes.
Hey guys, we are back with Draconious and Dedalus, who have created this rather extraordinary Kerran build that they'll be entering into the contest. Draconious, tell us a little bit about this build here.
Well, this build was started right after the Dark Elf competition was ended. And with this build, it started off with the windmill, turned into a lumber mill, and then suddenly it exploded with Dedalus, with the terraforming the ships and the lighthouse. It actually became quite extensive when we finished up here.
So this build is decorated quite thoroughly with these blue banners. Can you give me an idea of what they represent?
Well, with this build, one of the first things we set out was that this was the seafaring race of the Kerran. So also with the fact that they're on the coastline, they needed a power source, which was the wind, one of the elements of the natural world they pray to. So with this build, we really wanted to accent the fact that they look to the wind and pray to the wind and show off the wind within the build, because it's their mainstay here for their power. So this is a staging area or courtyard between the two main builds. This area here, the Kerran would bring in the lumber and do some prep work on it to debark it, set it up to be hoisted to the upper parts of the working lumber mill and Kerran windmill. And on the other side here is the lighthouse, where it also doubles as a Kerran apartment or complex kind of thing. Not sure what you would call it, Kerran condo, but that's the nickname we've given it. Okay, so now if you want to follow me into the lighthouse. So in here, as you walk in, if you take a look up, you'll see all the Kerran little beds that are positioned in the corners of the building, with a rope ladder in the center for them to jump up to their perch areas. And then on the walls, they have ample viewing area of the other side to the lattice work. Here we are on the first level of the Kerran accommodations. Every level is got 4 perches, and there's 4 levels in this lighthouse that go right to the top there, with this nice convenient rope ladder in the center. So we're here at the top of the lighthouse, and as you can see, there's quite a bit of banners, nice lattice work and stuff, but one of the interesting pieces is the very top. I put a fan blade up here that will catch the wind and turn the light source below, so it'll give that turning light source like a lighthouse. And again, following the principle that we laid out with the Kerrans here, that they use the wind to power everything that they use here. So we're standing in front of the Kerran lumber mill, powered by a windmill. Also, another device that's powered within this building is the winch system that's actually built up in the roof of the lumber mill. So it's worth checking out. The stairs here only go up to the saw cutting area. It was to be expected that the Kerrans would use their hoist system to get to the top or scale it, being at their caps. Okay, so this is the base level of the lumber mill. Here it's just basically an area where the Kerrans would have stored a lot of the goods coming in that they would use to either construct, maintain, use in their daily functions of cutting lumber. This is meant to be a whole working building, so we try to really keep it to that working atmosphere in here. Okay, if you want to follow me up to the midsection here. So in the middle of the lumber mill is a room right above the storage area that is just planked out. It's a little decorative, but it's laid out with these cushions, and the idea here is this is where the Kerrans come and enjoy a lunch break or just sit and mingle in between shifts. Okay, so we're at the main working level of the Kerran lumber mill. This is where the saw is positioned and the gear system from the actual blades above and the windmill come down and connect to. It runs this blade, and the Kerrans would hoist up lumber from the one side, cut it here, get it all prepared, and then lower it down to the waiting shifts. Okay, so as I was explaining about the lumber here, so after it's cut, it's going to be bundled up here in front of me, and then the main crane that's above us that we'll look at, we'll take it down to the staging dock where Dedalus is standing, and then that other crane there will take it from that staging dock and lower it down into the awaiting cargo ships. So this is the upper part of the lumber mill, which is basically a windmill. You can see the canopy wind blades on either side. They come into a center area where all the gear mechanism is put together. There's a shaft that goes down, powers the lumber mill, and then there's one that comes up here where I'm standing inside the roof of the lumber mill that powers the central winch system. Okay, so down here, this is where the lumber came down to the staging dock that I'm standing on, and the other crane hoists it out. But this is the main port area. You can see that the one cargo ship is that big and loaded up, and the other ship out there is its companion, which is its warship that guards it.
This is just a really, really incredible build that people are going to have to come to really appreciate. The level of detail, workmanship, craftsmanship, the usage of all the knowledge and tools that you and Dedalus have acquired and learned throughout your game experience. And as I understand it, this is Dedalus's first time making these ships. And it's just a testament to your guys' skill and craftsmanship to be able to use these tools, overcome the boundaries and limitations that we've had to experience with the game. And Dedalus, is there anything that you wanted to add about your ships?
Not really, but this was really fun to building ships. This was my first time, but it comes out really well, I think.
Okay, if you want to walk on this way, this is a path underneath the loading docks. It leads down to the main docks and to a cave and basin that Dedalus and Ketchy Winter had built and propped out down here to give a natural element that the cairn's built on. Yeah, as you can see, it's been partly built in by the cairns, but not extensively. They really had picked this spot because it's a natural area that they're worshipping. It was a symbol to the sea and to the natural energy that's in this area, for the wind, erosion, stuff like that. And it gives that natural landmark that the cairns would have looked for when they look for places to build on.
All right, guys, so we're here in the ship docking area, and I wanted to make mention of our OTG guildmate, Zeiss, who is a sculptor and did these wonderful ship maidens. These are Kerrans, correct?
Correct. Dedalus had approached her about helping with something for the front of the ships, and she sculpted us a couple ship maidens.
Zeiss attempted to make these Kerrans part of the ship. However, it just didn't lend to the symmetry of the actual ships themselves. However, if you're on Spring Courage, be sure you stop by and check out some of her carving work. And at some point, we will be going over her wonderful dragon that she has made on her claim.
Various claims is what I meant to say there.
Hi, Draco. Can you tell us a little bit about what purpose these ships serve to the Kerran?
These ships were built for this Kerran build by Dedalus. One we needed was a transport ship, and that's the one we're standing on now. And as you can see, the hoist is lowering the lumber down into the hull of this ship.
What really stands out to me is all of this amazing rope work. How long did it take you guys to put all this together, and how much jute did you use?
Oh, God. Jute, tons. Like, we're talking tens of thousands. Hundreds and hundreds of ropes here, and hours upon hours upon hours of time invested. Dedalus did an amazing job.
All right, so essentially we are on the bridge of the cargo ship, but alongside of it we have the battleship which protects it, correct?
Correct. Yeah, this is to play out the whole scene of having the Kerrans have the one ship, of course, transporting their valuable resource, and then they'll have to protect it against the other sea-borne races out there. So we're here below the bridge of the cargo ship, and Dedalus was pretty ingenious. He designed these Kerran quarters for them to relax and sleep on. I thought it was pretty nifty how he laid it out. It really has a Kerran feel about it. Then from the Kerran quarters, we can take the stairs down to the hull of the ship, and this is where you can come check out where the lumber's been stored. One of Dedalus' biggest pet peeves is that we don't have air boxes yet, so that's why the boats are a little bit positioned high on the water, and we still have a little bit come into the hull, but just imagine it's not there for Dedalus' sake.
All right, so now we've made our way over to the battleship. Tell me a little bit about its design and its function.
Well, the design, Dedalus wanted to set out to build, of course, a much bigger, more impressive ship than the cargo ship to protect it, hence it being almost twice as big. And it's got a unique sail system on it, so it's something to come and check out. Also up front here on the bow, we did some intricate boarding techniques too as well to really give a different feel than the other ship, but to still keep within the same feeling overall. Okay, so we're heading over here to the main galley of the ship. All the Kerrans will come in here and drink their mead or whatever their type of liquor is, and enjoy themselves in between their shifts of guarding the other cargo ship. Okay, and then if we come down from that area there, we'll come into the sleeping area in the hull of the Kerran warship. And Dedalus came up with a pretty good, ingenious idea of having hanging hammocks for the Kerrans here. And then at the front here, you'll notice that the access storage for food and stuff like that are stored. And again, on this ship as well, just forget there's water being slewed upon your feet here. Okay, and then if we're back up on the main deck, we're going up these stairs near the back of the ship to the promenade deck. Great viewing area for the captain of the boat to come out and make sure everybody's working and stuff like that. Okay, and off the promenade deck, we can walk in here, and this is the captain's quarters for the Kerran warship. As you can see, Dedalus really did a nice job at decking it out, and looking very comfortable for a Kerran captain. So we're up here on the Kerran bridge of the Kerran warship, and some great detail in here. What I really like is the aft of the ship there. You can see Dedalus did a whole bunch of design work there, crescent moon, and what looks like deer antlers as well. So very natural, very Kerran. Something to come and check out.
All right, guys, as we wrap this up, what else would you like to let us know about this build?
Well, just come on down, take a look at it. We're telling a story here, so I hope you enjoy it. Just some final notes about we are still got some detail work and some weathering. We're still proceeding on with the ships in the dock, so as the week goes to the crunch on Wednesday for the entry, expect to see a couple more changes, but overall, we're ready for everybody to come down, take a look, and ask questions or anything. We're quite proud of it. Dedalus did a great job. I think this is the pinnacle of everything I've learned up to date in the game, so I'm quite happy with it. And yeah, that's about it. Thanks for coming out and doing the tour on it there, guys.
Thank you, Draconious and Dedalus, for giving us this tour, and all the best to you guys in the contest. If you haven't already, be sure you stop by Twitch and give me a follow so you can interact with me live in the chat area and tell me all about your landmark adventures. Be sure to check the published section below for your chance to get a Halloween suit. Hit that like button, subscribe, and share this channel on your favorite social media sites so you'll be up to date on Landmark news.